Oh no! Our table! It's broken!
Yeah. Yeah. Don Brown. Bill's Mafia. Yeah. You find us, we breaking the tables. We tailgating, breaking them tables. You know the mafia dangerous. You see us, we breaking the tables. We breaking them tables. We breaking them tables. We breaking them tables. We breaking them, breaking them. You find us, we breaking the tables. We tailgating, breaking them tables. You know the mafia dangerous. You see us, we breaking the tables. We breaking them tables. We breaking them tables. We breaking them tables. We breaking them, breaking them. You know the mafia dangerous. Put a hit out on your favorite team.
Ready? 1, 2, 3, go!
Weapons, shooting the bomb, mafia mind. Please don't step on my shoes. Game day ones, the white, the red, the blues. Hey man, breaking tables is traditional. Wishing to fish, look at my drip. Never cheating like Belichick is. Sean McDermott never telling the biz. Deion Dawkins, Vincent Brown, we got Mitch. Gabe Davis told tapping to this. Who making anthems that slapping like this? Nobody getting the traction like this. You find us, we breaking the tables. We tailgating, breaking them tables. You know the mafia dangerous. You see us, we breaking the tables. We breaking them tables. We breaking them tables. We breaking them tables. We breaking them. The podcast breaking tables. You see us, we breaking them tables. Neil and Brian is breaking the tables. The mafia, baby, you know that we dangerous. Everybody know. Don Brown.
Get the tables.
Yeah.
All right. No need to be so excited. No need to be so excited. I'm joking. Be excited as hell. This is Breaking Tables. This is Epic B.
This is Tampa Neal.
Oh, you sound so unexcited as well, Tampa Neal.
I'm
Did something
not.
happen yesterday where we got to give a eulogy speech or something?
I mean, we're getting pretty close to that eulogy speech, that's for sure.
for whom?
Mm.
You know, before we get miserable, folks, we are going to go ahead and just start this on a positive note. I just got back from El Salvador. It's absolutely epic. But before we talk about that and the misery against Denver Broncos and the coaching changes, let's go ahead and just this show is all about. We got two fantastic folks. The group, Brennan Sports Pub in Pompano Beach. It just, I mean, great food, great service. Home of the Buffalo South Florida Bills backers chapter, ran by our boy Sean Hanrahan, and you know, one of the best spots out there. That's Brennan Sports Pub, 868 Federal Highway, Pompano Beach, Florida 33062, 954-786-0033. They are a 4.6 star rated. Pretty good.
Hey,
So,
look at that.
Shout out to them.
4.6 is legit.
Over like 730 reviewers too. So it's not like 3 people saying that.
Did you leave a review?
No, I should. Think about that.
Yeah, damn.
We're gonna lose our sponsorship, Neil. Why'd you gotta say
There
that?
you go. Our show is also brought to you by Janet Gosh Realtor. If you're buying, selling, or renting a home, make sure you give her a call, 716-861-9580. Or you can email her at janetgosh716@gmail.com. She is a 5-star rated, 5-star rated Zillow realtor. And that is a huge deal because she's got a bunch of reviews that keep her at that 5-star, which is always a good thing. And if you buy or sell a home from her, she will hook you up with a $100 gift card to either Living Tours and Rentals or Living, or straight out of Buffalo. My bad. I almost said the same place twice.
I almost had deja vu for a minute. I'm like, wait a minute, did you just say that?
So give her a call. She is awesome.
I know everybody's impressed. I see everybody's blowing up the chat right now, which we thank you guys. Don't forget to hit that like button. It makes our day feel much better. So hopefully we make your day much better by making you laugh, doing what Breaking Tables does, folks. That's why you watch a show. You don't watch it for X's and O's. You can listen to WGR all day. We don't have that. We have our thoughts, our feelings. For me, it was a great weekend. I know everybody is miserable as hell. I'm sorry. Before we talk about the game, Tapanil, ask why I'm not that as miserable.
It looks like you had water poured on your head. I saw some of the pictures from El Salvador. Nice to see you didn't get kidnapped by the cartel.
Dude, first off,
That's always a
El
positive.
Salvador is like there's police everywhere, bro. Like it's absolute beautiful country. The people are nice. The food, bro. I've never went to vacation and eaten as much food as I've ever done in my life. Like, and I've gone to a lot of places, mainly tailgates in Buffalo, which consist of just beer. But anyways, it's not about that. So it's like, we get in the airport or we fly in about 3:00 in the morning where it's complete darkness, folks. If you ever gone to another country, complete darkness. And we go to like this like little hut in the middle of like, looks like a jungle, pretty crazy, but it's like a house. And they had food, they had beer. So we started drinking at 3:00 in the morning and we drank till about, I want to say I drank all day. I didn't go to sleep at all. I don't think on Friday. And then I ended up passing out somewhere in a hammock. But anyways, this is like, we look up during daylight, it's underneath a volcano, right? You go to that volcano. We went to the volcano later on that day. Inside the volcano, right, is this huge lake and everybody swims in it. It's a huge hotspot inside like the little gourd of the volcano. And
what? You went swimming in water in a volcano. Don't they call that lava?
No, it's like inactive volcano that somehow just had water going to it.
Right on.
But
very cool.
I definitely showered right afterwards. I hope I didn't get a brain eating a mina or enema, whatever they're called.
Did you pee in the volcano?
I did not. But here I am coming back to the U.S. I met so much of my wife. It was for the baptism of our nephew. And to finish the story up, we had to go to the church like that day. And mind you, drinking all day since 3 in the morning when we got off. And I was up at 5:00 in the morning. This church is like an hour drive up this mountain, bro. This mountain, like at the top of the mountain in this small village, cobblestone, old school village. It felt like I was like in Spain, right? I go up there and like there's a church that overlooks the whole entire like valley. It was pretty cool. I felt like there was vampires there in that town, and those were like the vampire slayers because it was fun. So baptism, came back here and we had to watch this atrocity. I woke up. I was sleeping all day when I got back. I was sleeping all day and I woke up. I set an alarm so I can wake up and watch the game. I just wish I just slept right through it.
Yeah, you probably should have.
There's no cartel. There's no cartel, folks. All right. You guys are getting weird. I'm over here talking about a family vacation and Mike Brown's
man.
I'm going to say that. Don't want to lose our sponsorships.
I do love our fans.
Right. I know. That's awesome. You guys are awesome. I mean, who knows? Maybe they're all cartel and they're like, oh, American guy, he's cool. You can pay for everything.
That's possible.
It's like $20. Like they were so happy. And it felt so appreciative. Like my wife was telling me they gave little gift baskets for a little party they had. And one of them had a $20 bill in there and like she started crying. It was amazing, dude. Good people, good time. I love El Salvador. I'm going back. I'm going to buy Wi-Fi, AC, and I'll do live shows from there.
So do you have a picture of the Breaking Tables flag somewhere?
Dude, that's another story we're going to talk about off air. I brought it, but
you forgot it?
And dude, I'm telling you, man, when I'm saying like, yeah, no, I totally forgot it, but I wanted to bring it. Totally forgot it. I brought it just specifically for this, for a photo app. I'm an idiot. I totally forgot it. I fucked up.
Did you start a Bills Backers El Salvador while you were there?
No, because I don't think, not a lot of them spoke English. Only a very handful of them. Very handful. So, and I didn't watch any football. I would periodically get a text message from somebody. Sean Hanrahan was sending me all these updates going, I can't believe Browns won. I mean, I don't know. There's no like sports bar we can go to. It's all hanging out with the family. So no football. And I come home to watch Monday Night Football, Buffalo versus Denver in our backyard. I'm not going to get upset, Tappy Neal, because now I feel like I'm getting upset. What do you think, dude? What did you do this weekend? What did you do to deserve this, Tappy Neal? I think it's your fault.
I don't think I did anything to deserve this, but
Sorry.
I mean, man, I don't know what their game plan was going into the game. Really, truly do not. But whatever it was, it didn't work. It wasn't even a little bit of working. I mean, nothing worked yesterday. Defense played good. I should say that. Defense played pretty damn good. But yeah, special teams was awful. I'll tell you one thing: if they would have gotten rid of the special teams coordinator too, that wouldn't have surprised me because they've been horrible all year. Horrible. So it was a rough game to watch. Denver is clearly an inferior team. The Bills' defense, as injured as it is, man, they were all over him. Ed Oliver yesterday was unblockable. AJ Epinesa, from the second that he was in that game, was all over Wilson. Leonard Floyd should have had at least 5 or 10 sacks yesterday.
I think Ed Oliver himself probably would have had 10 sacks. How many times did he get in that backfield talking about a beast of a player?
Yeah.
And it folks, Wilson is elusive like Josh Allen. That's what he is. He did that in Seattle and he looked pretty good last night.
Yeah.
Or he just looked like crap and we look worse than crap. So, but Ed Oliver, how many tackles did he miss? Because he already blew the guard, the tackle.
He ran right by. I mean, he was running right through these guys in the line, and unfortunately, he kept on running by Wilson. Well, Wilson's shifty. I mean, like you said, Wilson is very shifty. So once Wilson shifted out of the way, Oliver was gone. But by then, I mean, the DBs, they played a hell of a game too because there was nobody open. There was nobody open downfield, really. There was a handful of times if somebody was open downfield, they got their biggest plays on little short passes right in front of them. Like everything else was just not available.
I think to start the game off with that fumble from James Cook,
that was a kick
just like
right in the nuts,
it's
man.
like the crowd is going insane. You are playing Denver Broncos. Miami laid a 70 burger on this team. And the first play of the game, we want the ball. We won the coin toss again, and we want our ball. We're gonna choose our destiny for this game. Play catch up, bitch. And there's James Cook fumbling the ball.
Mm-hmm.
Like there goes there goes everything right there.
And that's one thing right there. I'll tell you that. I mean, they had 4 turnovers. And they had 6 points from those 4 turnovers. I'll tell you one thing. Sure as hell wasn't the defense's fault yesterday.
Well,
that last drive, man, they were tired. They played 38 minutes of the game. You can't rely on that all the time. Like, you just can't.
All right, let's talk about the defense.
You can't give the ball away.
Okay, you talk about the offense or the defense? Who are we blaming for this? And we're not even talking about the coaches yet, okay?
Who am I blaming for it?
You're blaming the offense?
The combination of the offense and special teams.
Okay.
I mean, special teams was horrible. They were awful on the kickoffs. They're absolutely horrible. I mean, the offense just tried to do whatever they possibly can to give that ball away. I mean, they literally did everything they could to give the game away. They just did.
Guys, we're going to talk about the coaches here in just a bit. We're just talking about the players. Let's talk about the game.
Don't you worry.
Don't. I've got CVS like receipt of little notes. So that's going to be long. All right. But the offense, like Neil said, I think they did enough to win the game. Honestly, they did enough to win the game. But how many games have we watched Sean McDermott's, I brought up a coach, this defense just giving up huge plays, special plays. I mean, it could be 10 yards, but those are huge plays to keep their momentum going.
This is where I'm going to bring up a statement that I hate hearing because
cliche.
It's a cliche statement, and that's complimentary football. That works the opposite way too. And I'll tell you, they did the absolute opposite of complimentary football yesterday. They couldn't even hold on to the damn ball for a minute. Like they couldn't hold on to it at all. You can't have the defense on there for 40 minutes. That last drive, they look like they were tired. They're getting worn out. They're getting beat up. So I'm not going to blame the defense on that last drive. I really am not. I wish I could. If they were on there for half the game, that's a completely different story. But they weren't. They just weren't. They were all there for the whole fucking game.
So who do you give the VP for the game?
The what?
The WVP, worst valuable player.
Worst valuable player? Oh, I mean, that's a combination between...
It should be WUV, worst unvaluable player.
I mean, Allen probably would get the worst player of the game. And Davis not far behind. The whole wide receiver core was awful yesterday. Horrible.
Can we get rid of Gabe Davis along with Quentin Dorsey? Is that a thing? Let's just say bye right now. No, we're not doing it yet.
I agree with that. Ed Oliver was by far the MVP of the game. He was 100%. A bad motherfucker.
He was.
What happens when Ed Oliver is a bad motherfucker?
Well, that's a good question because I think it sounds like this.
Healthy Ed is a bad motherfucker. I've been texting my people that after every game, like, you look good. I said, Healthy Ed is a bad motherfucker. That's just literally what I've been saying to people. Like, man, when I'm healthy, I'm really a bad motherfucker. But
I love that take. I absolutely love. That's almost as good as a Dan Campbell take.
I do like that. So I'm not sure what Mike is putting up here with Hyde, Poyer, and Johnson, because to be honest with you, I think Johnson played a pretty damn good game. That penalty was kind of shitty. I mean, the guys coming back to the ball and Johnson turned around. That's arguably that's such a shitty call to make in a pivotal point of the game. Mike, I don't know what game you're watching. Might have been last week, but Hyde did not play yesterday. So I thought Poyer played a pretty damn good game too.
You know what the worst thing about the game was just like the stupid penalties. How about that one where the receiver caught it? It was a little bit out of like he caught it right, and then like he punched it out, but they said forward progress, right? And it was a fumble, which you could do you could say the same exact thing to the first play of the game that really James Cook. Like they punched it out. I think he was going forwards. They should have blew the whistle and somebody punched it out. I don't know. That's my thoughts.
I mean, the big difference is that guy's ass was on the ground.
No,
I mean, even if they didn't say the forward progress thing, he was still on the ground regardless.
He got up to make a football play, though.
Correct.
When you get up to make a football play, you still like progress stops after you don't go anywhere after you make a football play. He made a football play. We punched it out. I don't know, man. I think he was fully up. Who cares about the replay? I never want to watch this game ever again. That's all I took out of this. And their kicker sucks, and we still lost.
Buffalo Sports is taking a beating right now. Don't look at the Sabres score, just so everybody knows.
I mean, we can blame everybody except for a few people, Neil. And, Ed Oliver being VIP. Was there anyone else? I mean, Kincaid, yeah, you fumbled or didn't catch that one ball, right? That didn't that cause an interception too?
No, that was Gabe Davis.
Right, but then he did something too. I was like, oh, come on. Or that was last game. See, these terrible games are starting to mesh together. Like it's a thing. It feels like I'm in the Go Bandits. Yeah, what's going on? Is that Buffalo Patty?
That's Buffalo Patty.
Buffalo Patty, what's going on? I'm about ready to watch like soccer or something. I don't know.
Did you watch some soccer when you were in El Salvador?
No. Half of them didn't have any. Well, like 3/4 of them did not have any
match.
TV.
Oh, what did you do?
I'm joking. They had TVs. I just never watched it. So here we are, a loss against the Broncos when we already established last week that this is a must-win game. right? This is we got to win this game just to make the playoffs. Just to make the playoffs. And we're sitting like, where are we at right now? 10th in the AFC?
10th, correct. I mean, we're behind teams that we shouldn't be behind. Teams that we are just so much better than.
All 5 of the games we lost are all AFC opponents, folks.
Yes.
I mean, come on. Somebody had to get fired, which we're going to get into in a second. But is there anything else we can take away from this game, Tampa Neal? Or are we going to just rip it up, move on, and let's just see where we go?
Man, I don't know
Anything
how that
else?
Man happened. You know how excited I was when they missed that field goal? I'm sure everybody else was too. We all jumped up like, hell yeah, I can't believe that we actually pulled this fucking game off. And then and we didn't.
And they called a timeout. Then they just called a timeout. They knew what they were doing. They wanted to go for a field goal.
We did not call a timeout there.
No, not us.
No one called. There was no timeouts that are available. They were all rushing on the field to get that play, to get that kick off.
No, we called 2 timeouts. We had 2 timeouts left in the fourth quarter. We had 2 timeouts left. And we got the ball back, they have the ball back because they ran it up like 40 yards in the kick return. Terrible special teams again. Unless I watched a different show last night, which I was completely sober, which I woke up from a beautiful nap after a little mini vacation, happy, like here we do my little happy dance, going, I get to watch the Bills play, and then, they ended up, they knew like they needed 3 points to win. So situational awareness was not there. You could blame the players, but at the end of the day, extreme ownership, Tampa Neal, who runs the players?
Coaches do. And I mean, the last minute of games over the last few years, we've proven to be not very successful. I mean, that's not news.
Like big games, big games,
big games, any game really.
And then now it comes to a point where like we can barely win these fucking small games.
Yeah. I mean, at what point do we think we're a bad team? I don't think so. We have too much talent on this team to be considered a bad team, but we're playing like a bad team.
A really bad team.
We're about to face the another bad team this upcoming week, and shit, I'm worried about it.
Mac Jones is number 2 on interceptions thrown, only to Josh Allen, which is number 1.
Yeah. That's embarrassing.
You're talking about our savior is in. It's in that like talking category with these kind of quarterbacks.
His girlfriend should break up with him for that stat alone.
Bring BW back. Come on, let's do a hashtag bring back BW. That's kind of weird. they'll not never catch on.
Well, I'll tell you one thing. I think they went what the fuck today. I don't know about you, B, but I'm pretty sure that's what happened.
So let's go a step further.
Oh yeah, Ryan. I've posted a few different places. I like it. She's not coming back though.
No. But listen, the Pagulas, they are not shy to fire anybody. They are not. They fired their COO, remember? Like out of the blue after he made that deal for the stadium. And then they fired the interim or the replacement due to a affair with their legal counsel. You remember that?
Oh, I mean, I get that.
You get what? That Pagula would fire.
Why they fired them? Yes.
Well, why they fire the first one though?
Well, they had an affair.
John Roth. No, I know him. But how about Roth, the first CEO that set up the deal for across the stadium?
Oh, that I don't know. That I have no idea.
Oh, okay. Well, there it is. What I'm saying is he's not afraid to fire people. And whether or not for a good cause or just because they sneeze wrong, I don't know. But obviously one of them was just because they weren't doing the right thing. So if you're a coach in the NFL, you're only measured at, honestly, it's not only wins and losses, but championship rings. Because everybody wants to chase the Patriots just owning 20 years of football. And we can barely do it for 6 years, and we're already declining. So it's either fucking cheat or figure it out. Probably don't cheat. I don't want to cheat. I don't want us cheating. I don't want anybody look. I don't want anybody to tell us, look at me in the fan, oh, you're a Bills fan, the cheaters. Never in my life do I want to hear that.
Is this for real, Ryan?
I don't want Brian Dable back either.
I
Come
don't
on.
Brian Dable. Are you for real?
That means that we have another year with.
Are you looking and seeing what's going on with the Giants right now? Put money on it because that's just money. Actually, you know what? Just give me the money you're going to put on it because you might as.
Yeah, I'll take them. I'm in on that bet too. Go, just send me the money. You have my address. When are you coming down, by the way, Ryan? We're going to hang out, man.
I will say that I think Dorsey will be on the Giants by the end of the week.
That's some bullshit. I know he's going to too. And that's going to be laughable because Dorsey kind of wanted to go.
Mm-hmm.
And he just couldn't do it. He just, I'm sorry. He wasn't the guy. But at the end of the day, you know, it comes down. If you're going to fire, okay, you fire the offensive coordinator, which we can say the offensive coordinator did not assign 12 people to the field or get them ready for anything kind of special, which there is news, according to the WGR, there was news that they practiced that, once, twice, three times. Anyways, if you practice it once, you're a professional making $1 million a year, you should be able to do that. You should be able to make those plays, handle that situation, and you didn't. At the end of the day, I'm going to go ahead and say it. This is in eulogy. Sean McDermott you're on the fucking hot seat, bro. You are on a flaming pile of hot seat. You can sit on a table being broken that's the new kind of hot seat. I'm going to make a little meme out of that where McDermott's just sitting on a broken table that's burning because this is terrible, man.
So this is very fun. I'm going to respond to this here real quick. Josh was comfortable with Brian. I don't know if you recall this, but Josh is the one that lobbied for Dorsey to be the offensive coordinator. He lobbied hard for that. So
yeah, he did.
To say that's on Allen and the rest of the coaching staff. And I'll tell you one thing. I wanted Dorsey too. I could not believe that he did as bad as he did. I'm shocked that he did as bad as he did. But I also get it because they're using the same fucking playbook that Dable had.
Right. But they
haven't changed the damn thing.
It's literally the same thing, but in different colors.
Yeah.
So, I mean, guys, this is I'm gonna hit it, Neil. I'm hitting it.
You think no matter what, really?
I'm hitting it. I have no faith. Like my faith is completely shot. Even if we go to guys, even if we win out and go 12-5, we right now still need a lot of help. We lost 5 games to AFC opponents who are all higher, have a better record than us. That means 5 of those teams need to just completely shit the bed. Is it possible? I don't know. I'm not Nostradamus. I'm Miss Cleo. I'm just a fake that's talking to you realistically. Right, Neil? That's a good line. I'm not Nostradamus. I'm Miss Cleo. I'm just a fake.
If they win out, they probably win the East. I'll be honest with you there. That's all we have to do. I don't think that's realistic because they're not playing like they even want to win out. To be honest with you, like there's no fire on the team. Like there's no fire in that offense. There's just not.
Right, very dull. Like very dull.
These guys used to get excited. Like you see them on the sidelines, they're having fun, they're doing. I mean, even if they have a stupid play, like Allen would walk the bench and, hey guys, let's get this. No worries. Cook, shitty fumble, man. Don't worry, man. We got you. We'll get this back. Like that's not happening. It's just not happening at all. It's very weird. Yeah, this is it right here. This is probably the best way to put it. Allen has been a dud, and it's been this entire year. I don't know. Not quite sure what's going on there. I don't know if they need to
He
hire a psychiatrist or what.
undeveloped, right? Undeveloped.
Yeah.
Is that the term we're going to use?
Yeah, I don't know if they need a, like I said, I don't know if they need a team psychologist to come in and talk to these guys and be like, dude, what the fuck is going on? I'll be a team psychologist.
Right, just tapping heels, like, all right, crack that beer open and let's talk. I'm even taking the hat off for this one. Wear sunglasses because my bald head will shine that light and bounce off and blind you.
If we went out and win the Super Bowl, Joe Brady will get a head coaching job somewhere else, and we'll start all over again.
I know. Either way, we're starting over. Folks. Either way, we're starting over. Any way you look at it, it's like, what is the best decision right now? Joe Brady. Okay, for the people who don't know anything about Joe Brady, go ahead, Neil. You want to put that up?
No, yeah, sorry. No, but I agree with this right here. Too many commercials and promos for Allen. Another quarterback that is started doing a crap ton of promos kind of prematurely. He had a good year early. Is Baker Mayfield. Did a crap ton of all these promo, like commercials and all that stuff. And his game level, like playing level, just got worse. So yeah, stop doing the commercials. All these guys, stop doing the fucking commercials. Focus on the game, for shit's sake. Because you're not winning. The commercials are meaningless.
Yeah, I agree with you, Neil. I mean, it's cool, Josh. You got a cool personality, bro. But imagine how many hours you got to take. Like 8-hour day doing one photo shoot or whatever. I don't know how it works, but it's got to be at least that long minimum. Okay, porn stars take all day to do one shoot. don't know. Just friend told me that. So that is time spent away from the team. That's when you get complacent and you think you're just gonna go out there and do it. But no, you really got to. I mean, Tom Brady never had a commercial till like his second Super Bowl, guy. That fact check that one, Neil, because I don't even know if that's true or not.
I don't.
But it sounds right. Nobody heard. I mean, even Tom Brady's wedding, like, cool, Tom Brady, but like you don't see him in commercials. He might have been in Campbell's Soup in like 95 or 96 after winning 2 Super Bowls.
The cards, I'll tell you that.
I mean, 2005, 2006. Sorry. Yeah, we already moved on from that segment. So thanks. Oh, here we go. That's a good point. Guys, seriously, Mahomes in every commercial and still win Super Bowl because they got a competent coach. That's where I'm going to get at with this next segment is like they got a competent coach who's been around the league, who's done stuff for other teams, not only the Kansas City Chiefs, which that was McDermott learned from, right?
I'll tell you one other thing too. Mahomes does a lot of stuff differently because he grew up differently. He grew up in sports. Like he grew up in the spotlight. His dad was a Major League Baseball player. So that's completely different type of thing. So that's probably one thing that he'd excelled at a little bit quicker because he was in it for his entire life. But yeah, cut the crap out.
Oh, here's a hot take right here. Walter, Walter, what's up, buddy? Orlando Bills backer, chat the president. I talked to a player's parent today. They told me the players were going to have a sit down with Josh. Yeah, they should have a sit down with the coaches. I think
Josh did that this week already.
Yeah, Josh had some, listen, he had some troublesome plays. He didn't look energetic. All right. I mean, not every NFL quarterback is constantly hyper, like they're bouncing off the walls off of Ritalin. You know what I mean? So at the end of the day, we already, Ken Dorsey, we already blamed him for Josh Allen's downfall. Okay.
Yeah.
If there's another OC, Joe Brady, who kind of the background story behind Joe Brady, he took LSU with Jeff Burrow and who were the other guys, Neil, from that LSU team? Who?
Jamar Chase.
Yeah, Jamar Chase. I always forget her name. I hate that guy. Who else? There's one other guy too, Justin Jefferson, right? Justin Jefferson.
On the team? No kidding.
I think Google this one. So and then he goes to Carolina, gets hired as offensive coordinator, and then gets fired because he wants to pass the ball too much. Like which offensive court? Well, they had a crappy they have what they have not Baker, but what's the other crap quarterback? What's his name? Sam Darnold.
Oh, that's Sam Darnold. That's right.
Yeah. So and then he gets fired because he was some sort of coach for like a year and a half, and he gets fired because he wanted to throw too much and didn't want to run it. So maybe that's what we need. Somebody who knows that we have a high-powered offense that can do this. So if we go out there next week with Brady coming over, it might take a week and a half, maybe 2 weeks to get acclimated, but he's got a feeling for it. He's got a feeling what we can do. So let's give him a shot. And if we go out there and just start smoking guns, then we give it another game. Then we come out smoking guns, then we'll give it another game because our next 3 games are going to be tough. Do you have faith in Brady or no? This is just some bullshit Bills fans talk about. It's like, oh, he once fired for wanting to throw too much, like I just did, because I'm a fanboy.
I mean, I'd like to see what he can do. That's for sure. I hope that he's a little bit more of a play designer than a play caller, because that's all we had was a play caller, not a play designer, and that makes a big difference when on your offensive coordinator. So, I mean, it's not that these guys don't know how to play. We made Miami look like the shittiest team in the NFL not that long ago. It seems like it was a year ago, but they were touted as the best team in the NFL. They're still somewhat touted as the best team in the NFL, and we made them just look embarrassed. So how do we get back to that? Like what the hell happened from then till now? Everybody knows our playbook. That's what happened. They got to change something up. They got to do something different. And I feel like every time that they did something different, like even yesterday, they started running the ball and they were running it down their throats. Denver had no ability to stop their run once they got it going. And what they do in the next drive? Throw the ball every play. It's like, what the fuck? Like, once it starts working, you stop?
Your quarterback already has 1 interception. The second play of the second possession, the first play of the second possession that we had, Josh Allen throws it away right off the bat. So they get within 5 minutes, Denver Bronco gets that. But as a coach, you got to be like, hold on a minute. Let's play those. Like you said, if our running game is working, who gives a shit if we have 500 yards rushing?
Yeah, who cares? Exactly.
Protect your franchise quarterback, and that means making the right play calls. But McDermott does have part to blame, whether Joe Brady comes out or not. Honestly, if Joe Brady comes back as an offensive coordinator and just this opens up the floodgates for an offense of just destruction that we've been talking about, imagine if he does that. We're still going to say, McDermott, you're welcome to take the DC position, but we're gonna interview head coaches, and the first person we're interviewing is Joe Brady, because he wants to just pass every single thing. I'm okay with that. Maybe I'm crazy, folks. Am I crazy, Neil? Am I crazy for saying that? Because that is what this offense should have been designed. That's what Dable did, but it could have been better. Maybe they need somebody who just wants to pass the ball because they understand passing attacks schemes, like Tampa Neal said. Right, Neil?
I mean, we have a running back. We have a very capable running game. So you have to mix up a little bit, but you got to do it right. And I just don't know what's going on with the team itself, or what they're calling. But when it's working, it's okay to run it. The pass is on fire. Guess what? It's okay to pass every play. I don't care if they throw the ball in every single down if it's working. I don't care if they run the ball in every single down if it's working. But when it's working, don't go away from it. Like, what is the point of that? It makes no sense even a little bit.
This is working too well. We got to change it up.
We'll try and trick on the next one.
I feel bad for these guys. They got Miami Dolphins scored 70 onto them out of respect to Sean Payton. I didn't say Gary Payton this time. I remembered. weird old dude with stupid glasses. I I respect for you. We're not going to run out the points. We're just going to barely squeeze it in.
Well, and
That's
you
a
know what?
crap
That's
coach.
70.
That is a crap
They
head coach.
they
That is
should
an
have
absolute
known.
crap head coach, Neil.
They should have known. Denver is not that team that scored had 70 points scored on them anymore. So that's a mood point. That was a long time ago. Denver's won 2 in a row. They beat probably the best team in the AFC before they came in here. Then they had a bye to come into Buffalo. You got to be ready for a team like that. We're clearly a better team than them, but we didn't play like we were. We
Neil,
didn't. I mean, they could have looked at the film that they had on Kansas City and then a couple weeks ago. What did Kansas City do? They gave them the ball. Don't give Denver the ball, and guess what? You'll probably win that game.
Man, at the end of the day, I mean, McDermott started off very, very good. Guys, he got us out of the drought. Okay. Well, yeah, he took us to playoffs consecutively. I'm still going to say to the day I die that the Bengals, Andy Dalton got us out of the drought. I'm going to go ahead and say that. But you know, year 3 was of the drought. That's after 2018. 2018, Josh Allen's year, it sucked. Guys, we've been through drought 17 years. What's another year? Okay, what's another year? But you got to portray that dominance and win the big games. Yeah, you might lose here and there, but the big teams, the teams that are going to win the Super Bowl, they're not losing to crap teams.
Yeah,
they're not
win the easy
mediocre.
ones.
They're not mediocre. This is a drought loss. This is the drought loss. Denver Broncos, who are crap, a drought loss, and here we are. I'm having deja vu, and the first thing that us Bills fans do is, yes, let's fire the coach, right? Which,
I mean,
at the end of the day, he
so
hired
well
Dorsey.
during the drought.
What's that?
That worked so well during the drought.
It did. It did. But they also weren't as, I mean, McDermott is the best head coach that we've had since Marv Levy, arguably. Hands down. Do you believe that? I think Sean McDermott is the best head coach that we've had since Marv Levy.
Oh, absolutely. By far.
But what do we want? What do we want, folks? What is the ultimate goal? Is the ultimate goal a Super Bowl? To win a Super Bowl, to have a parade in Buffalo, downtown Chippewa, the entire Route 5 completely shut down for miles. Like, they would have a parade through the entire Western New York just on Route 5. So, are we going to get there with Sean McDermott, Tampa Neal? Yes or no?
Looking at yesterday's game, no. I think he's a good coach. I worry that he's a little too close to it. If he were to come out and say, guess what? I mean, he had his press conference today. If he would have come out and said, we are relieving, Ken Dorsey, we appreciate all his time. I am also relieving the defensive play calling to Coach Washington. Guess what? Now I think that he's actually going to do something for the good of the team. He can't do both. He just can't do both.
But did he do that?
No. I was hoping that I was going to hear something like
that. I didn't want to hear his face. I didn't want to look at his face. I didn't want to hear his face. I didn't want to see his fucking face and hear his voice.
Yeah, I would have understood it if he would have done all this stuff today and been like, I'm going to help both these, because he needs to help both of them. You can't just do all of it on defense. And I'll tell you one thing, that's what it looks like is happening, because every other aspect is messing up. Offense looks like shit. Special teams looks like shit. Our defense looks amazing. Our head coach is putting so much emphasis on defense.
With third stringers, right?
Yeah. But him doing that is it's wearing the defense down, because they can't get anything else done.
And everybody's getting hurt.
They had a starting The Broncos starting at like the average starting position was like 42-yard line. It's amazing the defense did what they did yesterday, but he's gotta let somebody else do it.
He's got a good defense. He's got a good defensive scheme. But guys, people do not want to work for this guy. I'm on team get rid of McDermott. I've already put in my cards.
Okay.
I'm not. I listen. We can win out. We can go to the Super Bowl. But at the end of if we do that, if we do that, I will get a tattoo that says I am sorry, McDermott, and you'll be right here on my chest, but right on my heart.
Your wife is never banging you again.
What's that?
So your wife is never banging you again. Then
I'll just put a handkerchief over
it. So who do you want instead? Everyone else out there. Who do you want instead of McDermott?
I will do market research. I will do market research and I'll text Pagula and be like, this is who I recommend. Because we need to think about these first year coaches that are doing so good for teams, because they've got these old coaches, it eventually you run out of ideas. Everything's already been done. Everything's already been washed through. Okay. You need a young, just either you could have a decent defensive mind, but at the end of the day, offense is going to win you Super Bowls. And that is proven. Yeah, defense wins Super Bowl. That was in the 90s. That's a saying that was made in the 90s. It's a new era. Offenses win Super Bowls. That is it. That is all. Offenses win Super Bowls, and that's evident. Look at the Kansas City Chiefs. On a side note, Tam Neal, how'd I do with the picks?
You did okay.
Dan Orlovsky. Yeah.
I saw it too. I'm like, come on now.
He's more of an armchair GM than Tim.
He is more of an armchair GM than me.
The OC from the Texans.
Great. Doing very well in his first year. I'm not quite sure that I want to pick up a first-year offensive coordinator to go automatically into a first-year.
Yeah, he needs a couple years to get some losses under his belt. Right now, he's just riding away, riding high.
Prime time.
Oh my God! Hey, players love him, and he's actually, whatever. You got talent. Look what he's done so far. But
he's lost 4 of his last 5 games.
Well, I'm not talking about with Colorado, but before that, whatever.
Come on, 2 for Coach Prime. Jeez. I mean, I think one of the most common things that I saw was Belichick, and I'm like, do we really want Belichick? The man's 71 years old. Oh. He's not exactly looking like he gives a shit about doing much of anything out there right now.
Hey, Sean. OJ. Yeah, bro. I think he'd murder it, bro. I think he would definitely murder it.
Killer idea.
Good one.
I mean, I've seen Harbaugh. That's probably would be my favorite if I had a choice. I mean, Harbaugh
from Michigan? Or his brother that got fired from
Jim Harbaugh.
Jim Harbaugh
from Michigan.
Okay.
I mean, he took the 49ers to the Super Bowl
with Kaepernick.
Can you imagine what he can do with Allen? Let's face reality. Allen's got way more talent than Kaepernick can dream of.
Yeah, but do we want to coach? Honestly, I don't want a rewash coach. I don't.
Not a rewash coach.
Why can't we get the guys like McDaniel that envisions a whole new type of offense for what they have? That's what Miami's identity right now with Mike McDaniel, even though he's got the second most first most punchable face in the NFL. Okay, is their identity is very fast, very quick, and that was like game number 1. We don't have an identity. Why? Because we have an outdated coach. Let's call it.
Harbaugh keeps winning is the thing. Why would you not want a coach that's winning?
In Michigan,
the only reason he's going to be out of Michigan is because he broke a few rules, and Michigan's going to fire his ass.
What did he do?
I don't know. I mean, I've seen things with
Can we
what the
see it
hell
on air?
there's a recruiting issue that they did during COVID. Then there was a signs like he would send people to different games of who they're going to play next, and basically read their signs and be like, "Well, here's the sign, so that's the play that's going to happen."
I don't want that. Listen, I want no asterisk if I win a Super Bowl. Not me personally, but my team. I love how we say, I don't want that. Like it's my choice.
I'll tell you one thing. I think that happens all the time. Just the whole sign thing. You're watching tape on these teams from the week before. You hear the audibles, you hear what they're saying, what they're doing on those plays. That happens. To say that it doesn't is just naive. So I
Man,
don't look as that. What the hell's his name from Seattle did was a lot worse than I think what Harbaugh did. Jimbo Fisher.
who?
Jimbo Fisher. He just got fired
Jimbo.
from Texas A&M. Which
Didn't he like have an affair with
I
a college kid or something? Was that
I
Jimbo?
have no idea. Jimbo's an old man, so
Well, I think one of these well-known college coaches from a big school got
I was
caught
waiting for
doing-
somebody to say this. I was waiting for somebody to say this, and I'll tell you
I
one
love
thing.
this.
There's been a lot of talk about Dan Campbell possibly going to Texas A&M.
So he's going to
if
get promoted.
Correct. If that were to happen, yeah.
Well, if you're Pagula or even Brandon Bean, is Brandon Bean's decision to fire his best friend, who I'm sure he spends every single holiday with, to go, hey, Ben Johnson, I'm going to give you keys to Ferrari because these assholes who just got a learner's permit cannot drive it. You want in? I don't know. I think it's a good idea because that is a good offense. They're 7-2, and they have like mediocre players. Goff is washed out, folks. Let's be real. All they're doing is Sam Laporta, which is a tight end, which we have, I think, a better tight end. I'm just saying, Kincaid's a beast.
I agree. If we keep losing, we'll probably go after Marvin Harrison Jr.
Yeah, but we have to have like a negative
But
one.
He's drafted wide receivers. They're just not first rounders. I mean, there's not been. I mean, look at the position we've been in. All the good wide receivers are really gone. But he drafted Shakir. I mean, they're using Kincaid more of a wide receiver role. We drafted him in the first round.
Oh, damn.
But
Walter texted me the 13-second meme. Like 13 seconds is going to haunt us. Now we're going to have like the longest year, the longest drought. Somehow we have a curse back again that we have to fix, folks. New stadium. No, new coaching, new coaches.
Here and Gabe. I'll tell you, I'd rather see Shakir out there right now than Gabe because Gabe is, man, he's been rough. He's been rough to watch this year. He really has been.
Like when he's good, but it's not consistent. It's like a roller coaster of emotions with this guy. I don't know if I can trust him. You were amazing in 13 seconds, but yet you cannot catch a fucking ball to get us another interception. That we're already looking at Josh Allen as a dud for just throwing interceptions, and you're helping that narrative. I'm pissed off at him. Yeah, that's it. That's all I gotta say. Who we play next? Jets?
Jets, yeah. Fuck.
Right? Like Joe Brady's play calling it better. Like, dude, we need spies to find out what the fuck is going on in there. Because we lose the Jets again. I think McDermott's done after this game. I really do.
They're not going to.
I believe
that.
Why
I think there's. I don't think they're going to fire a head coach in midseason. I mean, is there a point to it at that point?
Yeah, if you lose to the Jets, Now you're 5-6, and I'm not being negative. I'm being realistic. Do you have faith in what our team has been doing the past 5 games?
Not even a little bit. But if they're going to do that, you might as well just try and lose out, because if you bring somebody else in, they're going to try and win. Lose out. Marvin Harrison Jr., get a new head coach next year. Boom.
But we need somebody that has that mindset, because this is a generation on whoever scores the most points will win the game.
Just curious, John, why do you think Pagula won't fire him? Because
he's got some shit on him.
I don't see there being a reason. I don't think they've had a real reason to fire him as of yet.
They haven't.
I think that he's really trying hard to get fired this year. I don't know what is going on this year, but he's doing everything in his power to try and get his ass fired.
Like, why did they not get a DC? Why?
Yeah, I don't know why. I think that he wants to do it his way. Anybody else that does it a different way is wrong in his eyes. And I think that was probably what led to Frazier going bye-bye.
And Dable.
And well, Dable got a job, but
he went bye-bye though. He left Buffalo, right?
This funny. Kim would have fired his. Kim's like, man, if I could, I'd fire your ass right now. So
I'm Asian. I'm allowed to say this.
Terry's got a soft spot for her.
I'm Asian. I'm allowed to say this. Can I do? No, I'm not. I can't do that. I'm not gonna do an impersonation. That's fucked up. We love Kim. Much respect for her. Kim Magula. No, I'm not doing the Asian accent, bro. Don't ask me to. You guys are hilarious. 13 seconds. Sean's team fired McDermott too. 13 seconds was when you fire him. He never took accountability. That is true. He blamed literally everybody but himself. Like, he found reasons.
What do you mean? He always blames himself. He goes, I can tell you the blanket statement he makes in every single thing. Well, I got to look at the film and look at ourselves in the mirror and reevaluate.
You know what? This is why
and it starts with me. It starts with me.
You want to know what a real coach sounds like, Dabanil? This sounds just like that. This
team's going to be built on. We're going to kick you in the teeth. All right. And when you punch us back, we're going to smile at you. And when you knock us down, we're going to get up. And on the way up, we're going to bite a kneecap off. All right. And we're going to stand up. And then it's going to take 2 more shots to knock us down. All right. And on the way up, we're going to take your other kneecap and we're going to get up. And then it's going to take 3 shots to get us down. And when we do, we're going to take another hunk out of you. Before long, we're going to be the last one standing. All right. That's going to be the mentality.
You think that the locker room is lost? My point goes, yeah. I think the locker room got lost with the way McDermott in being handled the Diggs situation.
I think that it was handled very shitty as well. I'm not sure the locker room is lost, but I think that every single person that is watching our show should go on to Trayvon Diggs's Twitter and tell him to fuck off. Sit down on his gimp ass knee and shut the fuck up. And I'll tell you one thing. I wish Stefan would do the same thing and be like, dude, stop posting that shit.
I'm doing it right now.
Every single person right now.
Everybody go to
Trayvon Diggs. Shut the fuck up.
We're doing it. I don't care. Doing Diggs.
I did it last night.
Oh, on your
account? It literally just says fuck off.
All right. Well, I gotta strategically put this because obviously we don't want to get canceled by Disney, which you know that we are outstanding gentlemen of the community. So,
what is it? What is it? You guys want Diggs going too? What is going on here? We got Walter and Sean. Come on now, telling the truth.
What is up,
boys? Get out of there. Why do we want? Like, that's something you don't put out. If he wants to tell his brother that's fine. Don't put it out there on social media. There's no reason for that. It just stirs up shit that's not needed to be stirred up. That's all it is. It's causing drama. Yeah.
We want drama. If you want drama, go back to the drought because there was a lot of drama in the drought that we all don't know about.
I mean, do you remember the whole off season where all they were doing was whining and complaining about digs this and digs that. It's like, dude, come on.
There's nothing else to talk about. When you're up, the only place you can go is down. And guess what, folks? We are down. We are down. We're on that lower level right now with the coaching staff that we have. There's a hold on, Neil. There's a motto, a phrase. When you aim for the stars, and if you fail, the only place you can go is the moon. But if you aim for the moon and he fell, the only place you can go is your roof. Well, what happens if all you do is aim for the roof and you fail? Where are you going? Nowhere, except for your ass. And that is what this coaching staff has. Like, this is my personal opinion. You can fucking tell me to fuck off all you want. I won't listen to you because I'm good at ignoring people. But we want to win championships. Okay? Yeah, it's cool that we saw the playoffs. But it's hurtful. I'd rather not make the playoffs versus lose playoffs year after year after year. I don't know. At the end of the day, it comes down to the community, because I love the Buffalo Bills because of you guys that are watching right now. I love interacting with you. I love talking with you. Tabby Neal does too. At the end of the day, it comes to you guys. You're the reason why we love the Buffalo Bills, because this is our community. But coaching's got to change. Tabby Neal, I think it's final thoughts, bro.
Bobby, I would agree. I keep sending my application in, but they don't.
You got blocked. You got terrorist watch list. Oh, we can't say that.
Can't say that on air.
Especially with
all right.
There goes our Facebook contract.
Yeah. I don't have any final thoughts. I'm ready to
I don't either, man.
Forget about this.
I think we said them. We've been saying our final thoughts for the past hour.
Yeah.
I have nothing else to say except that I'm on that train.
I hope Joe Brady does better. That's just it right there.
What's up?
I just hope Joe Brady does better and utilizes our players for their skill sets.
That's it.
That's my final thought. Take us home.
My final thoughts, folks. Burn it all down.
Burn it down.
Where are the Bills going? Nowhere. Not with McDermott. Guys, let's come on. You know what? Obviously, I'm just so pissed off that year in and year out, we have such an amazing team, and Tapping You and myself are like, we're going to go undefeated. Yeah, I get it that you can't really do that, but it's fun. We love being fanboys. That's what we do. This is literally what the podcast is all about, is just loving the Buffalo Bills. And it's hard to love the Buffalo Bills when you just have just like these kind of games where it's like, wait, we're supposed to be really good. You know, like what? Yeah. What do we do? What do I do with my hands? We're losing to teams like the Patriots, the Jets, that everyone else in the NFL can beat, the Broncos, except for us.
Beat but embarrass.
Literally embarrassed. So I don't know what to do. And you expect us to win the Super Bowl. We waited 17 years to even watch the playoffs, and now we're starting to get like, oh, maybe you guys are satisfied with just going to the playoffs. But at the end of the day, we could go 0 just win 0 games. I wouldn't care. I would still love the Buffalo Bills, and I still would love the fan base and the people that are watching this show and just everybody that we interact with. Don't stop loving that, because this what we do in the whole community and the culture that we have, that's gonna right there deserves, which we are the best fan base in the world, that deserves a Super Bowl on its own. Now we just need the real thing to bring it home, and we all can like literally, like they would have like the National Guard making sure everybody was cool, because there would be millions of people in Western New York when he won the Super Bowl. Maybe that's the reason why NFL doesn't want us to win, folks. Think about that. That is my final thoughts. Love you guys.
Penalty at the end.
Bring us home.
All right. Well, thanks everybody for watching. You can catch us here Mondays and Thursdays, except for some special things like Tuesdays. But 8 o'clock Eastern Standard Time. Make sure you pull up the live version on Facebook, Twitter, as well as YouTube. Make sure you hit that subscribe button, especially on YouTube. All of our friends there and our friends on Facebook, go to YouTube as well and just hit that subscribe button. Be like, yeah, these guys are awesome, because we are. But pull it up. If you missed the live version, make sure you check out us wherever you listen to your favorite podcast, whether it is iHeartRadio, Apple Pod, Google Pod, Samsung, Spotify. Pull us up, like us, subscribe, hit the love button, leave us some funny comments. If you do, we'll talk about you on it. If it's really funny or really stupid, we might make fun of you a little bit. Maybe you can make fun of us back. We're used to that too. But hit that subscribe button. Tell everybody, share us, tell your aunts, uncles, neighbors. Don't tell your attorneys. FP.
Make sure you guys reach out to @Trevon, TREVON, Diggs, DIGGS. And let's show him our love, our support for our Bills. And he just wants to cause extra stress to us. It doesn't work that way with the Buffalo Bills, the mafia, the fan base. This is what we do. This is Breaking Tables. We love every one of you guys. I can't wait to talk more shit on Thursday night when we get into the Jets game. Let's go. Game's already over. The season still goes on, and we have fun. That's what we do. Because that trumps anything except for the Super Bowl parade in Buffalo. But that's on a whole different level, and the world is not ready for that. We love every one of y'all. Bye. Bye. Bye-bye, Dorsey.